Akash, and this is your News of the Week for the week of December 12th to December 18th, 2021. I'm Akash Cody. Let's get right into the headlines. We begin with the tornado outbreak of December 10th to 11th, 2021 that left 90 people dead across the states of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Tennessee, and Kentucky. This is a very important situation that has occurred over the past over those 2 days of December 10th and 11th. And so it's very important to take a look at this record-breaking, very rare December tornado. Now, I'm going to be talking more about this outbreak in just a moment, but first, Omicron, the variant that has spread absolutely everywhere and has pretty much exploded ever since it was first found in South Africa a few weeks ago. Now it's everywhere. Omicron is right now in 36 states in America, and this is getting very dangerous as we are approaching 800,000 deaths in the United States caused by coronavirus. Omicron is becoming 3% of COVID-19 cases, and it's becoming more resilient to vaccines. So make sure to be as safe as humanly possible if you ever need to go outside during this time. So this is a very, very important situation. And so that is going to be a major point for today's news of the week. Our next one is all about the Parker Solar Probe, which was launched all the way back in August of 2018. And on April 28th, 2021, we have officially figured out that the Parker Solar Probe touched the sun. It entered the sun's atmosphere as the first ever man-made object to ever reach the atmosphere. I'll talk more about why we are only figuring this out now and just how long it took to get everything and all this preparation set up to achieve something we haven't done before. Make it to the sun. Well, that is with a man-made instruments. So that is going to be what's going on with the sun and the Parker Solar Probe. And finally, we have the story about the conservative coronavirus Christmas celebration. Yep, we did alliteration just for this one because this is a scandal going on in Britain where the ruling Conservative Party of Britain, led by Prime Minister Boris Johnson, while COVID-19 restrictions and lockdown was taking place, it turns out that high-ranking officials and members of the Conservative Party were actually having a party at the Prime Minister's office on 10 Downing Street. No joke, that actually happened, and this is now a major scandal as this has gone on during lockdown last year. Now, no, this didn't happen this year, this happened last year, and we're only figuring about it now, but it is still a very incriminating thing for high-ranking members of the government to be breaking their own rules. And there's a good chance that the Prime Minister Boris Johnson himself was at the party as well, breaking his own laws alongside many, many more officials of the Conservative Party. This is very, very important news, and I'm going to be talking more about this in just a moment. But first, this is your news of the week. So let's go into further details. And we begin with the tornado outbreak of December 10th to December 11th, 2021 that swept the Ohio Valley and southeastern United States, especially across the states of Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Illinois. Now, these are the 5 major states where fatalities have occurred. It has left 91 people dead, and many, many more have been injured as well. Now, this tornado outbreak is actually record-breaking, and it is very rare for a December tornado to occur, because you normally expect them to, happen earlier, during, for example, spring. But in this case, it's happened during winter. So, December tornado, why not? So, that's what happened in the end. And even though these are rare, this was very, very destructive. And I'm going to talk about some of the most important tornadoes that shook the area. First of all, we had a tornado that actually occurred with an EF4. Now, in this case, this is on the enhanced Vegeta scale, where the highest possible and most dangerous rating is EF5. The lowest is EF0. There's also EFU, but not too important right now because the highest rating, we had 2 different EF4 tornadoes. One of them was a tornado that spanned across western Kentucky and left 58 people dead. The other EF4 spanned across Arkansas to Tennessee, and that one left 6 people dead. So right off the bat, we're seeing huge numbers of fatalities right here alone. There was also an EF3 tornado that swept by Edwardsville, Illinois, and there was an Amazon warehouse building that pretty much collapsed inwards the moment it got struck by the tornado. 6 people in that building died, many more were injured, and those people were the only people who died in the entirety of the Edwardsville, Illinois tornado, which is very, very sad. This happened literally at an Amazon warehouse during a night shift, and that literally happened right then and there. 6 people dead. And that is very, very unsettling. And not just that, in total, 77 people died in just the state of Kentucky alone. In total, 91 people died. Several more are missing and many, many more have been injured. Now, the good thing is that this is the official estimate, but there are some unconfirmed estimates that state the total number may have been 100 or over, which makes it one of the worst tornadoes of its kind since May of 2011, when the famed Joplin, or infamous Joplin tornado, ended up leaving 158 dead, and the overall tornado outbreak of that time left 181 dead. And this could have been just as bad as that, but this is now, at least that was the unconfirmed estimates, but as of now, what we know is that at least 91 people have been confirmed dead. Several more are missing, and countless more have been injured. This is a very dangerous situation. There's, first aid responders, everyone who needs to be there will be there right now, as the disaster relief operations are at work, restoring everything to how it should be. And so this is a very rare type of tornado. I mean, the last time that a December tornado caused this much damage was back in 2015. And that was when the December 2015 storm system went from New England all the way out to Texas, and this totally killed 60 people. This one killed 90. This one is a lot more dangerous than what we've seen before, and it is very, very important. So that is what's been going on with the tornado outbreak of December 10th to December 11th, 2021. Incredibly dangerous. So make sure to stay safe. Now, our next topic of the week is Omicron, the rapidly spreading variant of COVID-19, far more contagious and far more easily evading the vaccine protection. Now, that's not to say that it won't have any protection. It will, but just having the 2 doses is not enough at all, because protection with just 2 doses is just anywhere from 0 to 20%. That is terrible. But if you have the 3rd dose, if you've got the booster dose, then now that's 50 to 80%. And that, even though that is a lot better, it's still not ideal. And regardless, Omicron has grown intensely since it was first discovered a few weeks ago in South Africa. And after it pretty much exploded everywhere, now Omicron is in 36 states in the United States, spread to multiple parts of the world, has pretty much helped a lot with the United States reaching 800,000 total deaths from COVID-19. And now this is what it's been doing. And it is so terrible to see what's been going on with Omicron this whole time. It's very, very dangerous, and we all need to stay safe right now to protect ourselves from Omicron. Now, even with this protection, right? Because now 3% of all cases in America are Omicron, and I'm pretty sure that number is only going to go up. But if we can all, get as protected as we can, make sure to take all precautions if you need to go outside, and just, for the most part, stay as safe as you possibly can. Because even with the 3 booster doses, and everything else that you need, you might still get Omicron. So you have to be as safe as you possibly can whenever or if you're going outside, so that you can stay protected from COVID-19 and from this incredibly dangerous Omicron variant of COVID-19. So make sure to stay safe, everyone. Now, the next one I want to talk about relates to the Parker Solar Probe, launched in August of 2018 by NASA from Cape Canaveral in Florida to examine the sun's outer corona and the magnetic field. Now, if you're wondering what the corona is, for those of you who've seen a solar eclipse, after the moon goes in front of the sun, you can actually see there's a little ring around the moon as it appears, which is what you can see of the sun. That is the corona. The corona is basically a glowing bit, or what you can see is a glowing bit right around the sun. And so this area is very interesting. And so the Parker Solar Probe aims to see what's going on in there and how to find it. And sure enough, on April 28th, 2021, we officially touched the sun. Hooray, we actually did it. This Parker Solar Probe has managed to become the first man-made object ever to reach the sun by entering its atmosphere. That is absolutely incredible. But why did we only hear about it on December 14th, 2021? Not, a little bit after April 28th. That's because, it takes quite a lot of time to transmit the information back to Earth. So it ended up taking several months to receive the data and analyze it, and several more months to figure out if we had actually made it. So this is what's gone on, right? So we have all this information. What do we do with it? Because it doesn't tell you exactly when it happens, and it doesn't tell you immediately either. So with this, eventually we were able to figure out we'd made it because of the signature, if you will, of the sun's magnetic field on the actual Parker Solar Probe instrument. So that means that we'd actually made it. And so it was a success. And we had officially managed to do it, which was absolutely awesome. The fact that we managed to make it to the sun, become the first man-made object to ever enter the sun's atmosphere, is absolutely awesome. And after all these 8 months, we finally figured it out, and we've finally announced it to the public for all to see. So the way that's going to work is that we have gravitational pull from Venus. So the way it's going to work is we have the Parker Solar Probe, this is Venus, and pretty much all it's going to do is just go around like that a few times, gain more speed from the orbit and Venus pulling it around the whole thing, and eventually it gains enough speed that it can fly right off and out into the sun, examine the sun, and go back to Venus to get more speed, come back, higher, faster speeds, which means getting there quicker, which means the mission can be done faster and you can learn more stuff more quickly, and that's very important. So basically, this uses the gravitational pull to make it there faster. And so this is going to happen several times throughout the remaining course of the Parker Solar Probe, which lasts roughly 4 or so years. So in total, we'll have 7 years worth of data to examine by the time the Solar Probe's mission is complete. And that is very cool. Now, let's take a look at our final story, which is literally about Christmas. And, Christmas is very near, but things may not be so merry for Boris Johnson, because there's been a video leak of the coronavirus Christmas celebration of the Conservative Party of Britain. Okay, basically what's going on is that there has been a scandal that back during 2020, during lockdown, actual coronavirus-induced lockdown, while that was going on, high-ranking officials of the Conservative Party, even including Boris Johnson, were having a Christmas party at the Prime Minister's office on 10 Downing Street. That is incrimination, and that is very, very, very weird, right? Because why would you do a Christmas party during lockdown? And yet it happened. They ended up actually doing the thing, and it is very, very, very terrible to, see what's going on and why they're breaking their own rules just for that. But they did, and that seems to be pretty much what they are doing this whole time, and that is terrible. Now, originally Boris Johnson, condemned those who had done it and, said, why'd you do that? But it had very quickly came apparent that Boris Johnson himself was also involved in the party, and, well, here's one of the reasons why. Now, of course, his office is at 10 Downing Street, but he, does stuff at various other places, but whenever he gets back to his apartment, or flat, whenever he wants to get back to his flat, the path he takes to go there passes right by the location of the party at 10 Downing Street. Also, it's at 10 Downing Street, his office. So, obviously, there is very, very incriminating evidence that Boris Johnson was part of this party himself. There were like 50 people there, very high-ranking officials of the Conservative Party who run the country of the United Kingdom under Prime Minister Boris Johnson. This right here is very, very awkward, and, it's while, the loved ones and, family and friends are being denied visits to see their, relatives and friends and loved ones, dying of COVID-19 and meeting them for the last time, even though people are being denied these visits to meet them for the last time ever, it ends up that despite this, the members of the ruling Conservative Party are just having a Christmas party when people are being denied access to see the people they've lived with and, they've loved, the family, the friends, the loved ones, relatives for so long, and this is the last moments they have of their life, and people are being denied visits to see them, and yet these folks are just having a Christmas party for no reason, against their own laws. I don't know why the Prime Minister breaks his own laws for a Christmas party. You don't need that. You don't need to break laws to have a Christmas party. Why would you do that? But it happened, and it is a massive scandal right now. He's been questioned multiple times on this, the Prime Minister, and this is a very important thing out in Britain right now. So that is what's been going on last year during lockdown. Christmas party with a lot of people in it, over 50, breaking the law, and, well, that right there is what's been going on with Britain, and that is what's going on with the news of the week for the week of December 12th to December 18th, 2021. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in another News of the Week. Goodbye.